Saturday morning's the greatest day I've ever known. We mark out like no tomorrow. Bring the beverage of your choice. Pancakes with James and Zeus. I'll burn my bacon before we sign off. I want to mark out. Talking guilty pleasures with amigos. Let's all mark out. We're marking out 'cause today is Mark Out Mania. Today is Mark Out Mania.
Woo.
Today is Mark Out Mania.
Sorry, Pedro, I thought you were wrapping it up there.
That was awesome, Zeus.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
All right.
Good job, Pedro. That was kind of hot. That was kind of hot. I was feeling that. I was feeling that.
Oh, thank you.
Great, man. That was good. I was feeling that.
Oh, thank you very much. Hey, welcome everyone to the Mark Out Mania.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. Oh, morning, Melissa.
Melissa's here. We haven't seen you in a while.
The casa. She's in the casa.
Good morning, Melissa. Thank you for joining the Mark Out Mania.
Ooh,
And
that was a good job.
If anybody's wondering, I give Pedro no time. I literally like Thursday or Friday, I come up with this random, Pedro's going to do the Mark Out Mania theme to the tune of, and I'm just like, stuff I've been listening to just on the radio. So,
well, the last 2 weeks you've given me some lyrics to work with.
Yes.
Yesterday I added more, etc.
Yes, you did. Yeah, you extrapolated a lot.
But it's if you have any youngsters out there who want to get into music, what I encourage young musicians to do is study like how music works, like the formal things. Learn how music works, and also train your ear, because if you train your ear, you just listen to things and you just know what's going on. You just look at it like a piece of sheet music. So you're just like,
yep, and then you
just figure it out in your head.
Mania, and then you're all good after you listen to it being played on Mark Out Mania. There it is.
Hello,
up, Angie. Angie's in the house.
Angie and YYH.
Double Y, double H. What's up?
We have a heavy female demographic this morning, and it's very nice.
That's always a good thing.
It's because we're going to be talking. What are we talking? We're talking. WoW, right?
Well, yeah. Well, that's right. Yeah, WoW debuted last night.
I think these three ladies are more interested in guys wrestling.
Yeah, yes. I think so too. Mm-hmm. Especially if it's angelical.
Let's not jump to too many assumptions here, because then we'll
definitely. We'll get panned.
Yeah, we're gonna get in trouble. But so what's up, guys?
Nothing much. I was waiting to watch the debut of WoW. I didn't catch it last night. I have a DVR, so I will be watching it after we finish with the show today. I'm hoping it's pretty good. I'm hoping it lives up to expectations. I'm just hoping it's better than that damn shitty Impact. And you know what? I'll be happy if it is.
Meef said just talk about Lahidra's thighs. I don't think so, Meef.
Meef, what's up, brother? Oh, my God.
So you were talking about WoW, right? Women of Wrestling? Debuted on Access, like you said.
They debuted last night, but I didn't catch it. So did you see it, Pedro? Yeah, right.
Yes,
you saw it, right?
I saw it. I know both of you didn't see it, right? Yeah.
No, I have a DVR.
No, I was once again.
Yeah, you don't have access.
I have too many neighbors with no cars. So giving people rides late at night constantly here. It's
Right.
my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah. Uber Zeus.
Exactly.
Uber Zeus.
I do need to slap a damn sticker on it.
Yeah, man, you should.
Shit.
I'll charge you $5 off a case of beer. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, so I watched WoW. What I'll say about it, without giving away spoilers and things like that. So it started off, there was an in-ring segment, and it was like they edited it for someone with severe ADHD. And as the first, it's the first thing you see on this program if you've never seen, because I never seen WoW before. I'd heard about it in the past, but never on my TV before. So it's the first thing you see. It was not like, I was not very encouraged for what was to come. But the rest that followed was all, was pretty decent, I thought. I actually enjoyed the show. It was, they did a good job of, they gave you characters. They established very simply and very almost like a cartoon. Like, this is this character, this is what they're about. Yeah. And you just got the gimmicks real easy. It was real easy to sort of read and digest in your head. And, you can invest or root against, pretty easily. And
did they show Tessa Blanchard?
Yes. She was on in the beginning, and she does a bit at the end.
Okay.
But
how about Cobra Moon?
No, Cobra Moon was not on the debut episode.
No Cobra Moon.
That's terrible.
I know.
What's wrong with them?
But the matches, they're almost old school, kind of simple things, but it all worked really well. I thought it was pretty good. What was funny, I thought the production values weren't that great on the show. And then when it was over, I switched over to Impact on Pursuit. And this is true. Y'all can verify. I said in our private chat, I said the production values on WoW when I was watching it, I said, are on level with Impact, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So then I switch over to Impact, and it couldn't have been more night and day. I was like, oh, WoW looks so much better than Impact looks on my TV.
That's sad.
Yeah. I mean, Impact looks terrible. And I was just like, oh, I can't believe this.
Impact's just, you know what? Impact sucks moose balls. They just suck. That's it. They suck. That's it.
But on Impact, I will say this: Tessa Blanchard. Every time she does stuff on there, she looks like a total star. Just like a superstar. Compared, this is like on a show with Cage and Mundo and the Lucha Bros and stuff. She looks almost like a bigger star than them in the context of Impact, which I find interesting.
They finally got it right with her. There it is.
Then she does. She gives off that, in ring. I think she does a really great job.
Even me was like,
was Evilise on it, or is she still locked in a cell with Ray's corpse across from Matanza's old cell?
Well, she's definitely locked in there.
Well, that was a story. Yeah. That was a little bit of a story this week, right?
Yeah,
Evilise making some noise,
But nothing really has come of it yet.
No.
I mean, Joey Ryan backed her up, but nothing else has really come from it.
No.
When you're talking class, that's who you want to talk about.
Yeah.
Joey Ryan.
But I don't see why everybody else from Lucha Underground is getting booked just fine except for her. So either they have a problem with her, or there's an issue, or something. Everybody else is getting booked.
Speaking of Joey Ryan, there is a deal at Bar Wrestling, I guess, where him and Adam Page, how they've been feuding in character or whatever, in storylines over the last year or whatever, through various promotions.
Yeah.
Including in All In or whatever. They you know, their characters buried the hatchet, and they said something like, "We look forward to working together in the future." And I'm like thinking, is Joey Ryan? Does that like a hint that he's going to?
It's possible. I mean, Angie was telling me that All Elite showed up in Bar Wrestling.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
So it's possible. So, you know, we shall see. It gets interesting. And there's a lot of people from WWE who are asking for their release.
The revival.
Well,
I wonder why.
Plus, people are also making some of that up too.
Yeah.
Some of that's where, you know, people are they're just assuming that people that aren't being used correctly are asking for their release.
Yeah. Anderson and Gallows are
What?
I said Mike Kanellis act was released too, didn't he?
Yeah, what I heard was the revival asked for the release, and that Maria and Mike Bennett, that they asked. What I heard with Anderson and Gallows, and what I heard with Ziggler was that they're just not going to renew their contract.
Gotcha.
That's what I heard.
Anderson put up a tweet saying how much he loved being in WWE because the schedule, you know, he's able to spend time with his 4 sons, and you know. But I mean, at this point though, I mean, even if Gallows leaves, I mean, if that's his choice, if he says, "Hey, I'd like to, you know, go and do my own thing," I mean, he can kind of do whatever. He's not tied to Anderson. It's obvious. I mean, honestly, have they had a good tag team match since they've been in WWE?
I think not that I think they have.
I haven't seen anything.
They have one program with the Usos, but that was like over a year ago. Everything else
they haven't really been focused.
No.
On being, you know, tag team wrestlers. So I mean, I think that, I mean, if Anderson wanted to stay and do whatever and maybe train and do, you know, whatever he wanted to do, I think he could kind of do that at this point. And I think if Gallows wanted to leave, he'd be fine, you know, in a multitude of places.
Yeah, I agree. Zeus, I agree.
So,
and like you said,
I mean, people are just speculating about Zack Ryder and Ziggler, and I mean, it's a lot of everybody's really excited.
Did Ziggler just sign a contract?
No,
that's what I thought he did.
Supposedly his contract is ending on January 31st. But I don't know. People are making up a lot of shit, like Zeus was saying. People are losing their minds, fantasy booking, AEW crushing WWE, and all this bullshit. I mean, people are just freaking out about it. So.
I'm going to book a match between myself and a Modelo, and then I'm going to put the Modelo over, okay?
Yeah, I saw where All Elite, you know, the Elite guys showed up at the Bar Wrestling.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. So who knows what's going to happen? Well, let's say, you know, you guys got a bunch of shows coming up. They haven't released anything cards, any kind of cards for like any of these shows. Like, what the hell is going on with these people? Who's showing up? Who's not showing up? Who's coming? Who's going?
Ring of Honor has just in the last 2 days finally released like at least 6 of the matches on the show I'm going to. So it's less than a week away, I know, but still, I'm finally getting information on it.
Finally. Yeah. That's brutal. Yeah, Angie's show doesn't have a card yet, and neither do yours, right, Zeus?
Right. Neither does Nashville
And Nashville doesn't have a card yet either. Look at that.
So, but I mean, you know, and they said that Davey Boy Smith Jr. is going to be at MLW on the 1st, I think. So he won't be there. He's not going to be there, but. I think it's pretty. Yeah. I mean, I think that of the guys that, you know, we've run down, Goto, Ishii, Roppongi, maybe Satoshi Kojima, Liger would be great to have there. David Finley, Juice.
I would mark hard if I saw Liger.
Oh my god, dude! I know it's like I've been a huge fan of his since like
him
1990.
and Yuji Nagata.
Yeah.
Nagata could be there too.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. It's like we just don't know. And but the AML card looks extremely good. I mean, for the $18 I paid for second row, I mean that's going to be a great card. Plus, they just announced also that NWA World Heavyweight Champion Nick Aldis is going to make an appearance.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
So that's pretty cool.
I wonder if the NWA champion will be allowed to defend their belt on an AEW card. I'm just curious. Is that possible?
That's the whole thing. As long as it's going to keep on, drawing, stuff, drawing eyes to NWA. I mean, that would probably be a good thing. I mean,
yeah. I think that would be a good idea to have that. I think I to see Cody Rhodes beat the shit out of Nick Aldis. Why not?
He's a good heel.
He's a great heel. Oh, I love him as a heel. Oh, he's awesome.
Yeah, good heel, good wrestler.
Mm-hmm. Him and his wife, Brandy, are great heels. Great heels. Love them. Love them.
Oh,
yes.
Mickey James.
Yeah?
Really?
Who's he married to?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Nick Aldis is married to Mickey James.
Mickey James, yeah. Oh, I see a mixed tag team happening soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
Well, she's still in the WWE at the moment, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's
stuck in mid card hell.
He's got that Amazon chick with him.
What's her name, Zeus? I forgot her name. I totally forgot her name.
It's sadly something like it's like Camilla or something.
Whore?
No. James.
I'm sorry. I was watching a bit of a Jersey Shore as my guilty pleasure, So
you can't still be watching that in 2019.
I'm watching Jersey Shore Family Vacation. Jersey Shore Family Vacation. I was binge watching it, and all of those chicks are whores. They're all whores. Even the guys are whores.
Oh my god.
They're all whores. All of them are whores. The guys, the girls, they're fucking whores. All of them.
You got to check out his situation.
Yeah, check out his situation. Oh, it's so stupid, but I can't stop watching it. Brutal.
So hey, that's a good segue, James, because our theme today is guilty pleasures.
Oh my god! Yeah, unfortunately, I have too many of them.
Oh shit! I think we all do.
Yeah. I got to pull up my that graphic just to see what things we were alluding to.
I got too many, man. I was, I used to watch the Jersey Shore just so I could rip on them, but I would never miss a week. I would never miss it. I used to always think Snooki was the dirtiest woman on the planet. Okay? All she did was drink, all she did was piss on herself, and all she did was go to bed right after in the clothes. And then she'd wake up and then she'd be drunk by noon. Did she ever take a shower in between any of that? What a dirty whore. All of them. But you know what? I love Jersey Shore. Loved it.
Yes.
I love it.
I went to school with some Jersey kids at East Carolina. If they couldn't get into Duke or State, they'd come to East Carolina.
Yeah. Oh, they're fist pumping and hair gel.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad in 1989, 1990. So
no,
thank God for that.
I did try to do my hair like Paulie D, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I tried. I was just experimenting one day in the mirror. I said, "Look, I'm Paulie D. Check it out." I'm an idiot. I know.
Yeah, it's okay. Pedro, what are some of your guilty pleasures?
Oh, oh my God. Well, I'm just going to piggyback off what James was getting at. Reality TV. There's lots of reality TV guilty pleasures we can come up with. James, don't you and I have some history with certain franchises on Bravo called Real Housewives?
Yes. I love the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Oh, it's awesome. I love that show. Those women are absolutely magnificent. They're made for TV. Oh, everything is drama. Their husbands get into it. It's drama. This chick, she's like 60-something years old. She's getting married for the 114th time. So she demands a big bachelorette party like it's her first time getting married. She's in her 60s. She's had like 14 weddings already. What the fuck? But no, over the top, cake dildos, the whole nine, everything.
Oh, shit. Brutal. Yeah.
It's brutal. I love it.
I liked, I can't believe I just said that, but there is a thing last year on the New Jersey, I think, where wasn't there a thing where someone like threw a cake or something and someone got like super pissed off and
they throw cakes, they
calling each other like Nazis and shit. And
You're nuts. Yeah, Nazis. Just brutal.
And
oh
then,
my God.
See, I tell you how I got into it. Stephanie likes those shows.
You blame everything on Stephanie.
No, but
she's your crook.
Look, it is literally the truth. I'm not blaming her, but it's literally the truth that I get exposed to this through her.
Right. Sure.
I get exposed to this through her. So
just pulling it off on your chick, Pedro. Good job.
No. No, I love Stephanie very much. I'm not putting any blame on her.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, like I saw this show, through her, and it was Orange County. That's the one her and I connect on the most because, like,
Housewives of Orange County,
Orange County and New Jersey. Those are the two that I've seen the most. I can't stand New York. I can't stand Beverly Hills. I can't stand Atlanta. I don't like those. But the Orange County appealed to me the most. New Jersey appealed to me like under that.
Yeah, and I love the New Jersey show. It's awesome.
Yeah, the whole deal with that lady being she was away in prison, and then she comes back, and then her husband goes to prison.
Yeah,
and there's a whole deal with her brother and her sister-in-law, and they're feuding.
Now she's a bodybuilder. Oh my God!
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you have some of that on the Orange County too. There's a character who does those fitness pageant things.
Okay, if we're gonna be talking about guilty pleasures, hold on.
Oh,
because I'm gonna need this. First things first, obey your thirst. Hey, people, don't worry. I only drink 2 times, in the AM or the PM. That's it. Okay, so don't worry about it. Okay. And this Modelo is for everybody in the chat. Holla.
Right.
Angie mentioned something that sounds cool. She says there's a show called Love After Lockup that she's addicted to.
Love After Lockup. Oh, my God. For real, Angie? That's hot.
That's funny.
That is hot. Excuse me. No, me. I'm not talking about Luga's title run. No, it was bad TV. I have an admission to make to you guys.
Okay.
I said I had never watched the show before, but I got called out on it recently, so I have to make this admission. I was watching Total Bellas religiously at one point.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
religiously.
Religiously, like I couldn't miss a show.
Total
God.
Total Bellas or Total Divas or both?
Both.
I've never seen them. Like other than commercials, I've never seen
I
them.
used to like watching the backstage interactions because they would accidentally show some stuff that was happening behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You see wrestlers going over their matches and shit like that. But I started watching it for that, but then I got involved in the love storylines. Brutal, I know.
I was talking with Stephanie. I was talking with Stephanie about the Total Divas show this week because there was that deal on Raw. They did some deal where someone barged in on Alexa Bliss as she was changing.
Yeah,
and she was like,
oh my God, that's like so 1999.
Yeah, she was like covering like herself with the shirt or something, and then like the next night they did a thing with Mandy Rose like undoing like a robe and revealing lingerie.
They went from Women's Evolution, the first ever pay-per-view, to that.
So now I understand people were upset. I understand why, because in context of what they've been pushing and everything, it's just totally out of context with right now, right? But Stephanie and I were talking about it because when I see people talk about Total Divas online, they're always just like a barrage of like half naked screen captures all over the place, and I'm like, so. In that context, it's all right, I guess. In the context of
I was interested in the Uso wedding and storylines of their life, and like how they managed their life. She wanted to move to Atlanta. He wanted to stay home in Pensacola. There was a lot of different shit going on, but anyway, here or there. All right, Zeus, your turn, buddy. Yeah, come on, because I don't see you saying anything over there.
All right, so like I always thought it like in high school, like I listened to Duran Duran. I really like them.
I love Duran Duran.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like it's like it came back around, but like at the time it wasn't like super cool, but
yeah, me if I cried.
Also like I got into Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I love that show.
Yeah, but that was a cool show. Though. Buffy was kind of hot. Yeah.
Until like the last couple of seasons, it kind of really fell apart. As happens to many. Also, and so all right, so Buffy introduced me to the actress Eliza Dushku, who was in the first Bring It On, which is another movie I really loved. I probably should.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good job, buddy. Good job.
Right. And another one was Xena. And so if you ever saw Xena, she had this, one of her arch rivals was Callisto. And Callisto she was kind of like I called her kind of a righteous villain, because she was created because when she was evil, she slaughtered Callisto's mother and sister. And so that it's like, okay, well, I'm going to, get back at you, whatever it takes, even if you turn good, I'm going to turn evil just to, get at you. So, that led to a show called True Calling that had the first episode had Eliza Dushku and the girl that played Callisto.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, one night at dinner with some friends, one of my ex-wife's friends, we were talking and I was like, well, yeah, I like Faith on Buffy, who's that was Eliza Dushku, and Callisto, and my wife's friend. She says, is there any evil bitch that you're not in love with? And I looked right at her and I said,
Oh no!
You.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
And this girl,
Holy
Anna,
shit.
she was never at a loss for words, but she was that day. She was that day, and
Good job,
took the
oh my god!
the taco salad that was on her fork. She threw it right in my face because she couldn't think of anything to say.
Holy shit! Nice.
And we all had a great laugh because
Everyone except her.
that's right. I'm in love with every evil bitch except.
That's nice. Good job.
Holy moly!
Oh, that's kind of hot, Zeus. Good job, buddy.
Yeah.
Angie says
so you
she's
slept on the couch.
yeah. Oh, I was just gonna say Angie says she's a fan of the Wrong Turn movies. I don't think I've seen those.
Yeah. Those are great
Eliza
movies.
Dushku was in the first one of that.
Yeah, those are great movies, man. The long-term movies are good shit.
The first one is really, I thought it was pretty intense. Where
it's good.
It's like you feel like they're going to get killed at any second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good stuff. There was a TV show back in the late, I don't know what year, 2008, 2007, 2009. I was highly addicted to. Do any of you remember Gossip Girl?
I've never seen it, but I remember it being on. Yes.
Oh my god, I
remember Gilmore Girls. I don't remember Gossip Girl.
Nah,
Gossip Girl was on CW, right?
Yeah. It was about the rich kids in New York.
Yeah.
It'd be like XOXO, it's Gossip Girl here. Oh my god, I used to love that show. I was addicted to that shit. I was like a fucking show. I was crazy addicted to that show. It's crazy. It's horrible. I was ashamed of myself.
Oh,
Zero. What's up, brother?
Well, that Gossip Girl, was there a lot of drama and soap opera stuff on there?
There was nothing but drama. Who fucked who? Who fucked this guy's mom? Who did this? Who did that? He stole money. He stole this. She slept with my mom. He's supposed to be my stepmother's daughter's brother, father's uncle.
What's with all the mothers sleeping around?
Because they were all whores. They're all in their 40s, all dressed up.
All whores.
But I thought they were like the young people. The young people were sleeping with each other's moms.
The young people were sleeping with the moms. The moms were sleeping with the pops. The pops were sleeping with the maids. Everybody was sleeping with everybody. It was a fucking fuck fest.
Holy moly.
It was all about rich people living in Central Park West, doing all that shit. And I was hooked.
Holy moly. But
yeah, exactly, Zero. Exactly. Gossip Girl is basically prep school 90210. There you go.
That's funny.
XOXO, Gossip Girl here.
Was this in the beginning song? Like, is this something we can look up and
Yeah.
Okay, I got to hear this for myself sometime at some point.
I know it's all saucy and shit, but I loved it. It's the American Gossip Girl meets. Yeah.
Well, another one in high school and junior high. We watched Glow.
Yeah, we watched it too.
Everybody watched Glow.
Yeah,
I love Glow.
I watched like all wrestling product I could find. So yeah, of course I watched Glow.
I bet you even watched Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling, didn't you, Pedro?
Yeah, but we've talked about that on the show before.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you go back to the early episodes, yeah, we did talk about that before. But I was like a kid then.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because of that cartoon, like for a brief while, Junkyard Dog was my favorite wrestler.
He was awesome in that cartoon. Yeah, but everybody liked Glow. Zeus, did you see every episode?
Of what?
Glow.
Of Glow.
Oh, yeah, I saw a ton of that, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that was, just how they would end, and that the guy that was the show announcer, how he was always going up to the girls' hotel rooms and trying to get interviews and all kinds of shenanigans would happen, and and that was Sylvester Stallone's mom that owned that.
Brutal.
Yeah, and Well, you know, and that was the thing too, is they ran shows out of that same what was that famous hotel and casino?
Thunder in Paradise. There you go, Meef.
Where was it? MGM or somewhere else? I don't know.
No. It's that old one with that real famous sign that people pose in front of.
Oh, did the AWA film stuff there?
Huh?
Did the AWA film stuff there?
Yes.
Yes,
that
it was a showboat, right?
Yeah. So it's like, you know, you got, you know, this legendary wrestling venue, and it's also got, you know, glow wrestlers in there.
Actually, I like the new show on Netflix too. It's pretty good, man. The new Glow on Netflix is kind of hot.
Yeah, I heard that was really good. I mean, it's
man, it's a good show. It's a good show.
Yeah,
Chopper worked on that.
Angie mentioned the rapping. Yeah, they have those group like song things where they'd be like, each one would get like a line, like
Yeah.
All that. Yeah, I cannot rap, just so anyone knows. If they ever ask me to
doing, Pedro?
if they ever ask me to cover a rap song, we're in trouble. So
you could rap Christmas gifts. What the hell is that, Pedro?
You know, it's funny you say that because I'm very bad at rapping Christmas presents. So.
Holy shit! Woo! That was rough. The talented Pedro boy could do everything except rap.
I cannot rap. Yeah,
that's funny.
Cannot rap. That's for sure.
They had an evil tag team named Chainsaw. Yeah, Andrew. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, man, it's a great show. Yeah, it is amazing, Melissa. I love the Glow, man. It's good stuff. Good stuff.
I'll tell you something that I have a sort of a history with is telenovelas.
Oh my God! Here we go.
Because, like, at some point in the late '80s, my mom discovers telenovelas, and if anyone has ever watched telenovelas, like if you've ever gotten into them,
I have. I've watched some on Univision. Yeah, I have.
Okay, they're super addictive, and the bad thing about it compared to other forms of soap opera is like they have a beginning and they have an end, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you cannot miss a chapter, like you cannot miss an episode, because it's not like some things where nothing happens or very little happens. Like a lot happens every single episode. And so if you miss an episode, I mean, you're behind. And if you miss 2 episodes, you may as well drop the show because you're just not going to catch up. So they're like built-in TV crack.
Right.
And then they have these super catchy theme songs. They all have these just unbelievably catchy theme songs. And I mean, even as from being a kid to now, I can still remember like La Superdora and stuff like that.
I can see Pedro singing that down the hallways in school.
I mean, they're so catchy.
I was stuck on General Hospital when I was younger. I used to love General Hospital.
You know, I had a lot of neighbors that did. A lot of girls my age that watched that, and I one friend in high school. She loved Santa Barbara.
Oh,
I don't know if you remember that one. That was had a real cult following.
Yeah, because I had a high school girlfriend that she loved General Hospital, so I figured I watch it with her. I was trying to be the good boyfriend at the time. I was like, I figured, we'll watch 10 minutes of General Hospital, and then, the rest of the 40 minutes, I'd be swooching on the couch. But no, I'm glued. Yeah, right. But no, I'm glued into the TV with her. I'm like, oh my God, this is so good. I gotta watch tomorrow. So
what? Yeah, what's gonna happen with Luke and Laura? Oh my God.
Luke, oh my God, I used to love that. Laura, Luke and Laura. I used to love that shit. Oh my God, I'm an idiot.
When I was a kid, my older sisters, because I come from a large family, there was one summer they were obsessed with General Hospital. And so it was like every day that they would dominate the TV for that, hour or whatever to watch General Hospital.
General Hospital was the shit. That One Life to Live.
Oh,
All that shit.
One
Days
Life
of
to
Our
Live.
Lives. Yeah, Days of Our Lives.
This is a true story. I became addicted to One Life to Live for a while.
Nice.
Nice. In 2007, between 2007 and 2009, Stephanie had like a bunch of dental work done, and so I would come take care of her when when she would have that stuff done. And so, taking care of her, her and her mom, watched One Life to Live. They watched General Hospital. There was one before it. Days of Our no, not Days of Our. There is one before One Life to Live. I don't remember what it was. It had that Erica lady on it constantly, but they watched that. But anyways, so sitting, being around, I start seeing it, and then like you go home and you're like, well, but then you start going like, I wonder what happened happened with those guys. I wonder what happened in that storyline. Yes, Heather, it's all my children. Hello to Heather. Yes, it was all my children.
Heather, what's going on, Heather?
Kaiju Queen.
Kaiju Queen in the house.
Kaiju Queen is in the house. Heather. Yes, all my children was good.
So yeah, for a few years there, Stephanie and I, we would like watch, independently of each other. We would watch One Life to Live, and we would talk about, oh, what do you think about this storyline? Oh my God, this. I'm
telling you, all those shows are like crack. You get addicted fast, and you want more, and you can't get enough. And you're like standing on the corner fiending for some more of my children or something. Brutal.
Yeah.
Like my brother, I'm in my brother's house now, so I don't want to speak too loud because they'll hear me. But he's addicted to game shows. He's addicted to game shows. He watches the game show channel. He'll watch 9 episodes of Joker's Wild. Joker's Wild. He'll watch Family Feud. He'll watch Supermarket Sweep all day. And these are old reruns from like the 90s. And he'll watch all day long. He's addicted to that shit.
What was that one? No Whammies, Big Bucks.
I think that was Pressure Luck.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, No Whammies, Big Bucks. Yeah, there you go, Zeus. Yeah.
and there was this one man, he came on the show and like the final round of the however they did it was like a rapid fire thing. You had to do all these things and answer these questions right, like 6 questions or something. And like he got to the very end and like he like jumped up and like had a heart attack or something like that. And then they had him back like a year later and he made it all the way to the end and he didn't have a heart attack again. It was crazy.
Actually, Heather just brought up a good one. Dark Shadows was amazing. It was definitely a soap opera, a horror soap opera.
Yes, I started watching it back in 2016, 2017, because it was on Hulu. And I was like, how did I never watch this before? It's so amazing. I even wrote a song about the Maggie Evans storyline because I was freaking out over that storyline. I was like binge watching it, like, this is incredible. How's this going to happen?
Yeah. Dark Shadows was good. I didn't like the remake though; it kind of ate one. But I definitely like the original.
Yeah, they did one in the '90s, right? And then they have that movie.
Yeah, my ex loved that.
Yeah, that's why she's the evil bitch.
That was the other evil bitch I didn't love either. So.
Yeah, there you go. Woo, man! I can go on like how about movies? You guys, I mean, I have a ton of guilty pleasure movies. Like like I watched Never Been Kissed. I love that movie, and I'll watch it like 25,000 times. I watched Forget Paris. I love that movie too. Awesome. I love When Harry Met Sally. I love all that shit. Mm-hmm. I like rom-coms. I do. I do. For some simple reason, I do. And then I love cheesy beef flicks. You know, like
Oh yeah.
Like I can watch Sharknado all day long. You know. So,
Right.
Alien Nation. There you go, Meat. That was a great show, Alien Nation. That was good shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The movie was good. I thought the show was good too.
Mm-hmm. I don't like the reboot though, man. The reboot was
Most reboots are me.
Yeah. Alien Nation. Wow. Yeah, I remember that show. That was good shit. A whole bunch of crazy stuff I used to watch, man. That like I used to be ashamed of, like I used to watch in the dark. I don't want nobody knowing what I was watching.
Arkansas Women's Prison Massacre? I don't know that one, Heather.
Oh my god.
That sounds amazing. I may have to write that one down.
I love them women prison flicks. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah, that does sound good.
Yeah, it does.
Arkansas women's sci-fi movies in general are kind of a guilty pleasure, aren't they?
I love the Breakfast Club, man. Yeah, hell yeah, man. The Breakfast Club is the shit, Neef. I love the Breakfast Club.
Oh, well, that's because that's a great movie.
Even Pretty in Pink. Awesome.
Oh yeah, I like Some Kind of Wonderful.
I love Some Kind of Wonderful. Yes, Pedro, that's a great movie.
I love the soundtrack. The soundtrack to that movie is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I go crazy when I'm without you. I go crazy.
I like when he calls his mom and dad. Okay, Cliff. He calls them by their first names. That's awesome. I tried doing that to my mom once. I was like, "Hello, Liz." She slapped me. That was brutal. Oh my god! I tried doing that shit with my mom. I got slapped.
I
used to watch 21 Jump Street. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, Zeus. Hey, Zeus, who looked like Peter DeLuise?
I'm sorry. I had to reset my fucking router. What was that?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait.
You're talking about 21 Jump Street, right? So,
oh, yeah.
So, like, actually, who looks like Peter DeLuise, Zeus?
Oh, yeah. Juice Robinson is Peter DeLuise's place.
Yeah, Juice.
I like that you said that like in an announcer way, like Juice Robinson is Peter DeLuise.
Juice Robinson is Peter DeLuise.
Chris Kattan is Volador Jr.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah, he's Chris Kattan and HGH. That is Volador Jr. I mean, he even has that weird nervous smile.
Yeah,
that Chris Kattan has.
That's funny.
But James, you said 21 Jump Street?
Yeah, man, 21 Jump Street. Sure.
I still remember the song, Jump, 21 Jump Street.
Everyone you made me spit out my beer.
Oh, sorry. 21 Jump.
21 Jump Street, yeah.
They got the Fantastica Mania has been pretty good on New Japan. I think lately. I've been enjoying that. There's no story to anything.
Right.
It's just a bunch of matches put together. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're kind of, it's like, you kind of, carry the same things from CMLL, and then you just, you do have some, it's not completely dry because, the Los, Ingrenobles, they got, Terrible, from, he's part of their group, and, and they run up against the same guys, I think, when they go on an excursion to CMLL.
People are saying that's a pretty good show. Is it a pretty good show? You've been watching it, right? So it's a good show.
Yeah.
It's a good show.
I've been enjoying the matches. I mean, you get some stuff you'll never see any other time, pretty much.
Right. You end up having all these different type of matches that you won't see them. Some good matchups. There's some good matchups there.
Yeah, and
Yeah, double Y, double H. Yes, definitely like Ferris Bueller's Days Off. Good shit.
But
that's a great movie.
that movie is not a guilty pleasure. That's just a great 80s movie.
Mm-hmm. Live PD.
Yes,
yeah, okay.
Live PD. Stephanie and I love Live PD.
I love Live PD. I watch Live PD.
Yeah, Zeus watch Live PD too. Brendan Fraser's The Mummy. Nah, brutal.
It's better than Encino Man.
Oh my god. Encino Man is the worst.
That was terrible.
I can't believe I remember this. Sam Astin.
Son-in-Law was good though,
right?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Pedro, I'm sorry. What did you say, Pedro?
The guy from Lord of the Rings was in Encino Man, right? Sam Astin or something.
Yeah.
Sean, whatever his name is.
George of the Jungle. Yeah, that movie.
Do you remember the scene where he tries to send the Encino Man, Brandon Fraser, away because the girl he likes is interested in Encino Man, and Pauly Shore gets mad at him. They're fighting, and Encino Man stops them from fighting. He's like, friends.
Yeah. Oh my god. Pauly Shore is the most annoying human being on the planet. He's brutal.
Weasel. Was that the Weasel?
I can't stand. I can't. Yeah. Weasel. I'm the Weasel. I actually don't know who's more annoying, him or Zack Sabre Jr. Brutal.
Zero. Admit your love of Biodome. Oh my goodness.
Biodome.
Super Zach.
I haven't seen Young Einstein since the 80s.
Young Einstein was actually
so I can't say.
I like Young Frankenstein. That's one of my favorite movies.
Yes, that movie is amazing, but that's not. I mean, that's not a guilty pleasure.
No. That's
all right.
Okay.
So,
all right. I'm gonna say guilty pleasure right now, and don't laugh at me. Okay? I actually like the movie Xanadu.
Oh my god!
I don't know about the movie. The music's pretty cool in that movie, but
no, the movie absolutely sucked. But for some reason, I like it. No.
What were you gonna say?
Xanadu.
Yes. Anything on the Olivia Newton-John was pretty terrible.
Yeah.
What? You're saying Grease is terrible?
Grease is the word, man.
Oh man.
You're the one that I want.
And the
Careful.
problem.
I'm getting ideas for next week's theme music.
You're the one that I want. The one that I want. What I need. Oh yes, indeed.
So sandy.
Oh god. Dear
Sandy. Why?
This is taking a turn for the worse.
Big time.
If you ever want to do an impression of the singer from the Ramones, just do an impression of John Travolta and make it a little bit higher.
John Travolta.
Sandy. Wow. How can you go any higher than Sandy?
Do that again, Zeus. Do that again.
Sandy.
Now sing the Blitzkrieg Bop, and you'll be like, "What?
Holy shit! I couldn't even get that. Sandy."
Sandy.
Okay, maybe you need to go a little bit lower. It's one of those.
Holy shit! Oh, Grease 2 is horrible. YYHH. Yeah,
I pretend there's no other Grease besides the first one. Let's just pretend there's.
Yeah, Grease 2.
We live in a world. There's no other. Just the first one.
I'd rather watch Joni Loves Chachi reruns than Grease 2.
Oh my god!
And that shit was garbage.
Oh, you did not say Joni Loves Chachi. Oh my god!
I did too.
Oh, that made my day, Zeus. Thank you.
Me, if I was not bashing Joey Ramone, it just
oh my god!
I love the Ramones, actually, but if you are like coming up with impressions of people's voices, like I do a lot of times, you figure out things like that. Like you, for Joey Ramone, you do sort of John Travolta. Just try it and you'll see it works. Like if you sing that,
but Mr. Carter.
Good morning, Mr. Carter. Oh my God, Charles in Charge. There's another one. Good job, Heather. Charles in Charge. Yeah. Oh my God, that's another.
You know, and that had the curly blonde haired kid in that in Charles and Charles in Charge, the son, his name, but he was the voice of on one of the voices on Dungeons and Dragons, the animated series.
Oh, I used to like that show. That was actually a cool show.
Yeah, I mean, I knew the cartoon before I knew that it was a game thing.
Oh, I still got my dice. Come on, you want to play? I still got my dice.
You know, I've never played any of that stuff.
I used to play Dungeons and Dragons all the time.
Yeah, I did too. Willie Ames. Willie Ames was
Willie Ames. Yeah, there you go.
He was he was the voice of Hank, the guy with the bow.
Okay.
That was him for real? Oh
yes.
Shit! I didn't know that. Look at that.
Right.
Learn something new every day.
Right. And Adam Rich was Presto the Magician.
Rich.
And Willie Ames and Presto were on 8 Is Enough together.
Yeah, that's right. 8 Is Enough is another show. Jesus.
Right. And then on top of all that, Eric, the Paladin kid, that was Don Most, Ralph Malph.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Look at that. Fucking 6 degrees of separation.
I'm telling you, man.
Wow. Wow, you just blew my head with that. Ralph Malph.
And get on top of all of that, Peter Cullen was the voice of
the
Avenger.
voice of Transformers.
Yeah, he was the voice of Avenger.
Wow.
Oh my God. Look at that. Damn.
So that was a great show.
That was a great show. Yeah, that was a great show. I think I still got my DM book somewhere.
Yeah. And that was the thing too, is like they kind of came up with some ideas that worked out really well for cartoons and things that, was really ahead of its time. It's just like, every time that, I see an Avengers movie with Hawkeye in it, I'm like going, you have a finite amount of arrows before you're completely goddamn useless.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you don't fight as good as anybody. Except, it's like you're like on par with Black Widow. Okay, you're a really good fighter, but once you're out of arrows, you're useless. Okay, yeah. And it's like, you guys are fighting world-ending shit. It's like you needed that bow. You need that bow that's got no string. It just shoots. That's that's what you need, Hawkeye. You need a bow that just keeps on making its own arrows out of nothing. Out of laziness or something.
Well, let's shit on Hawkeye. Yeah, there we go. He's the most useless hero of the Avengers. That's funny.
Well, he's just the most antiquated. It's like he is. He's great on a small scale when
Yeah.
But it's like it's like, hey, I'm on a building. I'm shooting these aliens. I got 50 arrows, and then I'm pretty much I may as well just jump off the building.
Yeah, I'm just calling out patterns. Yeah. Oh, he can't turn left, yo. He can't turn right. Yeah.
I mean, he didn't have the good sense to like go to a construction area and like start picking up like pieces of rebar and shooting that with his bow. I mean, no, it's like oh, I'm just gonna keep on using arrows. Like, come on, man. I mean, how stupid are you? There's like 80,000 fucking aliens and gigantic 500-foot long fucking flying dragon-less things,
and one Loki.
Yeah, and you're on the building top trying to act like you matter, shooting a fucking bow and arrow.
As a demigod.
The bow and arrow thing. I know it's not a bow and arrow, but that comes up with talk about The Walking Dead sometimes with the Daryl character. because he seems to have an endless.
But they show him taking out the arrows out of the dead, though.
Yeah,
See, they actually show him taking out the arrows and cleaning the arrows and putting it back.
How many?
It's some kind of believability to that.
I guess.
Some kind. You know, you do have to suspend the disbelief a little bit. You know.
Yeah, because they still haven't explained how zombies exist. So.
Yeah,
you can't.
Right.
In a real life logic, zombies cannot exist. No.
Once you're dead, you're dead.
No.
Yeah, I mean, and another thing, not to get morbid, but when you die, a lot of bad stuff happens to like your brain and other organs. It just, I mean, it's not going to function again. So,
see, this is why zombies has always worked better in a movie situation.
Right.
Pedro did not go to the George A. Romero School of Zombies.
You know, and that and like the only way to explain it in that kind of a setting is magic.
Yeah.
You can't have a scientific explanation for that.
If you think about the original zombies, okay, not the George Romero version that's the popular version, but the original zombie were voodoo.
You're talking about White Zombie, right?
Yeah, well, just I mean, before even movies, the idea of zombies comes out of voodoo. So
out of voodoo, yeah.
Yeah. What Zeus is saying is true. Yeah, it comes out of like magic. So
yeah, so something that doesn't have to be quantified.
Yeah.
Hocus fucking pocus. Yeah.
Oh my God,
I love that movie.
What, Hocus Pocus?
Amuck, 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 amuck. Ow!
Holy shit. Yeah, Zero.
Right.
I'm waiting for Ronan to show up. Yeah, it should be good. It should be good.
Any anime that y'all like that are sort of guilty pleasure?
You know, I won that free ticket to that terrible fucking that terribly very, romantic. It was a romantic tragedy anime movie that I went and saw this past summer.
Which one?
It still bugs me that I haven't seen the rest of it yet. So I guess it's like it got to me. I can't remember the name. It was in Japanese.
Oh, okay.
But it was a Japanese girl fell in love with a Japanese boy, and they were fighting with the Russians, and he pisses off his captain, and he gets sent to the front lines in fighting in Russia, and then they report back that he's dead, and he was going to marry her, and she goes to live with his parents even though they weren't married, and then she becomes a writer and is trying to support her would-be in-laws, and then she hears a report that her fiance is might not really be dead, so she packs up everything to go to Russia and try to find him. And as she's getting on the train to go to or get on the ship to go to Russia, the fiance is getting off the ship with his wife and is completely oblivious to the situation. So they pass each other, but they don't know each other. It's been so long since they've seen each other. They don't recognize each other. And then she's gone on to Russia and he's back home. And it's like,
dang.
And that's how the movie ended.
This sounds interesting to me. I'm like, what?
Yeah. I'll find the name.
Okay, find the name. Yeah, I was like, okay.
There was
one of my guilty pleasure animes actually was because I love Legend of the Overfiend.
Oh my God, I never seen that. I've always been scared of that.
It's a brutal anime.
Legend of the what?
It's hentai, right?
Yeah, Legend of the Overfiend.
We are talking about hentai. Zero's going to be pissed off. He's going to be like, y'all are talking about hentai and I'm not here.
It is a brutal. It's about this demon just attacks people. He kills them. He rapes the chick. It's brutal.
But with tentacles, right?
It's a good fucking movie, man. I like it.
He raped them with tentacles. Isn't that like the whole tentacles thing? Didn't that come from that deal?
Yeah.
I've never seen it, but I've always been scared of it because.
Yeah, it's a little freaky. I was like, holy shit, did that actually just happen? Like, and it was my ex-wife who turned me on to that film.
Wow.
She was like, watch this. So I was like, okay. And I was like, afterwards, I was like, holy shit, did he just use a tentacle to what? I was like, what? But I can't stop watching it. I love that movie. I own like the VHS. I have it on VHS. I have it on DVD. Brutal.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Okay. So that I've seen the title.
Yeah.
And things before under because it's that Aratsuki Doji.
Yeah. There you go, Zeus.
Yeah. I haven't seen that either, but
it's a good shit though. It would take at the time that I watched. I mean, I watched this shit like 25 years
apparently
ago.
it's very extensive. It was a manga and
there's a whole series based on it. Yeah,
there was
at the time that I watched it. I mean, I watched this shit like 25, 30 years ago.
Oh my god!
And I was like, "Holy shit, man! Look at this! It was awesome." Even though it was drawn, but like even though it was drawn and animated for back then, it was amazing. It like artwork was fucking fantastic, but the subject matter is something to be, like whoa.
There was an anime that I got super into called Princess 9. Have y'all ever heard of this?
No.
It was about a girls' baseball team, and I bought the first volume just on a whim, and then I ended up just buying all of them as they came out, and I was like addicted to the show. It was just like soap opera meets a girls' baseball team versus boys team and high school drama and a love triangle and all this stuff, and it leads to
What's the name of this, Pedro?
Princess 9.
Princess 9. Okay. Wow.
And at the end, there's this bit. The main girl, her father was this famous baseball player who had a pitch where like lightning and all this stuff came out.
Right.
And so she inherits his lightning pitch. And so there's a thing where her and her love interest are facing each other in this big match at the end. I'm not going to give away what happens, but this is how the big conclusion is this thing, and it was like, I was nuts over it. But it's total soap opera garbage. It's not a great anime.
Oh my god, I used to watch a lot of anime. Netflix has a lot of anime. They got some good stuff on there.
I think there's one that it's hard to find because it was like it went out of print before even like DVD came along. It's called Genesis Survivor Gaiarth, and it's a pretty interesting cyberpunk type of thing. And
hey, Meef, this is for you, Meef.
And like they had like giant cities on, like giant motorized cities, long before this Mortal Engine shit, came out. So, and some really cool mechs and stuff like that. I highly recommend that.
Cool.
But it's only like 3 episodes.
I used to like because I love Vampire Hunter D. I love.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love Vampire Hunter D.
What about Devil Hunter Yoko?
Oh man, hey, Devil Hunter is off the hook. All Devil Hunter is off the hook, man. I love
she was awesome.
Yeah, man, that's some good shit, Zeus. Good job. That's some good shit.
Since we're real quick, I want to bring up Korean dramas. I don't know if y'all have ever watched any Korean dramas.
I have not.
Heather, I love Hellsing. Yes, Heather. Hellsing is the shit. That's some good shit. No, it's good, Pedro. It's
right.
Good.
Yeah, it was. There was some of it. I watched, I think, the first season.
Yeah, it's good, right? Yeah, it's good, man.
We need to do an anime episode in the future.
Oh, yeah.
Korean dramas are like they're very short, and the episodes are like an hour and a half or something, and they're like super addictive. They come up with the most dramatic, crazy things, and they're full of catchy music. It's a little bit like telenovela, but pumped up to who knows what level. And there's one called My Lovely Samsoon that Stephanie and I were like completely addicted on for a while. If you ever find it out there, it's only 16 episodes. It's really awesome. Awesome. I say awesome. I can't believe I just said that because it's about a Korean drama. But
nice, Pedro. I liked there was the other show. I can't remember the name of it, but it was an anime. It was a series actually. Shit, I forgot the name of that. They did the American version of it. Zeus. What was the name of that cartoon? Because it had the because it had the ship. Because it looked like a ship from the sea. Thank you, Star Blazers. He knew exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah, Space Battleship Yamato.
Yeah.
Yes, there it is. Thank you, Zeus. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that was one of the greatest anime series of all time.
I don't have Alzheimer's. I got sometimes. I can't remember shit.
Sometimes, yeah.
But it's like that anime was so historic, and there was a lot of people that said that it like anime may not have survived the early 70s without that, because there was so much
good shit.
Yeah, because there was so much crap. Plus, like culturally, it meant so much to the Japanese because they took the biggest battleship ever made, and it was basically repurposed to save the world, and so thereby it redeemed the ship and the Japanese people, and the name Yamato is actually like the romanticized version for Japan, kind of like calling United States of America, kind of
yeah.
So it really meant a lot, and like when they made the first anime series into a movie, it was a huge deal, and it broke a lot of box office records, and even the crappy one that it wasn't crappy, it just wasn't the story was bad from a few years ago. It's beautifully well done, and the casting was amazing, but like even that one, it came out so big, it actually knocked Harry Potter out of the top spot in the box office in Japan.
Nice, good, as it should.
Yeah, so and that's 40 years after it all started.
Yeah.
And they've done a reboot. They did a reboot called Yamato 2199. That's
I never saw that.
Yeah, it was like 24 episodes. That was amazing. And then they did a bridging movie into the second series, which is finally out. It's not. I don't think it's all the way finished yet, but it's Yamato 2202. So, and I haven't got caught up on that one.
I got to peep that out. I got to check that out. Yeah, because I used to love Star Blazers. I used to love all that shit. And the Yamato version and all that, and the Japanese version was awesome, man. The original was awesome. I love that shit.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is like, because you got to realize, like when we were getting it, and it was like 1980. It's literally like 35 years after World War II ended. It's not a really long time.
No.
My parents were both, they were like 11. They were both like 11 years old when the Pearl Harbor bombings happened.
Mm-hmm.
So they remembered all that really well, and there was some like the Captain Avatar from the Yamato. There's a part in the Japanese series where he said he remembered seeing, or his grandfather told him he'd actually seen the original Yamato sailing out of Tokyo Bay to go on that last, basically suicide mission. And that Operation Tengo. But
I gotta find those again because I want to rewatch it now. You know what I'm saying? Because I bet that still holds up to this day. I bet that still holds up to this day.
The some of it does, some of it doesn't. But I mean, when you read about it and how tight they were on their budget, and they it's like to save money so they could do more. They regurgitated a lot of footage. So there's a lot of stuff that's redrawn, and some of the stuff's not colored.
Wasn't the dubbing totally different from the U.S. version, right? It was completely different, right?
Oh yeah, like I said, I mean they changed the names and the ideas, and it's just but I mean it really worked. I mean for young American audiences back then. So
that, and it was G-Force, the Battle of the Planets, Gotcha Man,
Gotcha Man, Super Saiyan Team, Gotcha Man.
Yeah, and that was you talk about that was utterly destroyed.
Oh yeah,
they fucked it up.
Yeah, but because Star Wars was popular, so they were like, well, let's include a little R2-D2 robot thing.
Yeah, but Pedro, they totally fucked it up when they did that.
I know. And then there were other things like the one villain starting out as a man and ending up as a woman by the end of the thing. Yeah. They didn't know how to handle that, so
Lord Zoltan.
But
they totally ruined it.
Gotcha Man has a super catchy song though. The
original Gotcha Man is good. At Battle of the Planets sucks.
Yeah, I mean it was still like it still had some cool parts to it, but
yeah, it did, Zeus, it did. But they took the essence out of it.
It did have four grown ass men running around in thigh high.
They were looking a little saucy. They were looking a little saucy. It's okay. They were Metro. They were doing their disco. They were doing their disco Danny Terrio thing. It's okay.
All right, people.
All right, that was good stuff. Yeah, that was definitely fun. XOXO gossip.
Well, we definitely got some live wrestling reporting coming up soon. So
yeah, please. I need some sweaty men in tights now.
Yeah, let me warn everyone that next week on Saturday morning, I mean I'll be here. But I'm going to be super tired.
Yeah,
I'm going to be super dead tired. So. Just everyone expect that.
I'll bend you over and stick some new Durasols right in your ass. You're good to go.
That was really strange, James.
I know. It didn't come out.
That was really strange.
In my head, but I know it's in my head, but it didn't sound right. My bad.
I will need a chaperone between us, but
that's hot.
Oh my goodness. I want to thank everyone in the chat room. Angie, Melissa, YYH, Meef, Zero, Heather.
The Kaiju Queen. Thanks to Melissa showing up. I haven't seen Melissa in a long time. She's been in my...
And we'll see y'all next week.
Thanks to everybody showing up in the chat, man. Thanks for hanging out with us, and thanks for sharing our embarrassing moments and guilty pleasures.
That's right.
And
thanks,
y'all have a great weekend and week ahead. And adios.
Bye, guys. Peace.
Well.